Hello students, how are you? Hope all might be fine. Today we are going to start the second chapter of biology, which is nutrition in animals. And in this we are going to deal with how different animals take their food. We will discuss about the types of teeth and then how does teeth decay takes place and about some amazing facts. So basically, starting with the introduction, we will first know what nutrition is. Nutrition is nothing but the way of animals taking in food and how that food is taken in by the body for repair and its growth. We know that all living organisms need food for obtaining energy, growth, and repair of the damaged body parts. The process of taking in food by an animal and its utilization in the body is called animal nutrition. The food taken by the organism is in complex form, which cannot be utilized by the body as it is. Hence, the food is broken down into simpler form. Nutrition in animals takes place in 5 steps. They are ingestion, which means taking in of food; digestion, where the food gets broken down into simpler substances in the stomach; then absorption, which takes place in the small intestine, and the utilized food is then passed on to the blood vessels, where assimilation takes place and the unwanted food is thrown out of the body, which is the process of egestion. Now, going into the definition of these 5 processes, we discuss in little details, children. Ingestion means the process of intake of food is known as ingestion. In means taking in of food. This varies from animal to animal. Some animals take their food by the mechanism of sucking, some by swallowing, some by siphoning. So there are different methods by which animals or organisms take in food. The second process is digestion, where the process of breaking down of the complex food materials into simpler substances takes place, which happens in stomach. Next is absorption, the third process. The process of passing of the digested food into the blood vessels in the intestine is called absorption. The fourth process is assimilation, which means the process in which the absorbed food is taken by the body cells and then it is being utilized for the various vital life activities. Then the last process is egestion, which means the process of removal of the waste material from the body is called as egestion. Now children, you can see a diagram which shows how the food passes through the alimentary canal, going through the buccal cavity, then it passes on through esophagus or the food pipe. When we take in food and the food passes through the esophagus, then the process of ingestion takes place. When the food still comes further down, reaching to the stomach, then starts the process of digestion, where the complex food material is broken up into simpler substances. Then when the food passes from the stomach to the small intestine, the process of absorption takes place, where the food gets digested and absorbed by the body. Then we have the process of assimilation, and then finally the unabsorbed food particles or the unused food particles passes on to the large intestine, from where it comes out through the anus. That is the process of egestion, which means throwing of the undigested waste. Next children, we have the different ways of taking food by different organisms. Children, you can see a table here where some animals are given and the variety of food or the type of food they take and the mode or the mechanism by which they take the food that is given. Starting with the microorganism amoeba. It is a microscopic organism. It takes very minute microscopic food materials, and the process by which it takes its food is capturing the food by pseudopodia. Pseudopodia is the false foot that amoeba has. Basically, amoeba doesn't have any defined shape. It takes any shape, and by the process of pseudopodia it goes for capturing the food. Next is mosquito. We very well know that mosquito sucks the blood of organisms including human beings, and the process by which it takes the food is piercing and sucking through the long thin tube. Next we have snail, which has a hard shell on its body. It eats smaller insects and plants. It takes the food by the mechanism of scraping. Then we have snake, which eats small animals like frogs and all, and the mechanism by which it takes the food is known as swallowing. Especially children, you might be knowing the fact that python and all, they go for swallowing the food because they are toothless animals, excepting that they have the front two teeth which they use for injecting the venom inside other organisms. The venom is nothing but the poison. Then we have eagle, which depends on smaller animals like snakes and rats. It captures the food by its hooked beak. You know, eagle have hooked beak. Then we have earthworm, that depends on dead grass, algae and moss. It goes for swallowing its food. Then we come to hummingbird, where you see a picture of the hummingbird given, children. It takes the nectar of the flowers by sucking through its long beak. These are some of the different mechanisms by which animals take in food. Now we come to the structure and function of teeth. We know, children, that human beings have a set of 32 teeth, where 16 teeth are present in the upper jaw and 16 in the lower jaw. That makes a total of 32. There are 4 different types of teeth present in organisms. They are incisors, second is canines, third is premolars, and the fourth one is molar. We know that the first set of teeth which grows during infancy, they are called the milk teeth, and when the milk teeth falls off at the age of 6 or 8 years, then the set of permanent teeth starts growing. See, children, you can see the picture of our upper jaw and the lower jaw, where the placement of the incisors, the placement of the canines, the premolars and the molars are given. Coming to the composition of the teeth, the incisors are a total of 8, which are 4 plus 4, that means 4 in the upper jaw and 4 in the lower jaw. The placement of the teeth is in front of the mouth, present centrally. Its structure is flat, having sharp edges, and they are known as the cutting and the biting teeth. The second set of teeth is canines, which are 4 in number, 2 in the upper jaw and 2 in the lower jaw. It is present on the side of the incisors. Its structure is pointed and it has sharp edges. They are known as the piercing and the tearing teeth. Next we have the premolars, which is the third set of teeth. They are total 8 in number, 4 in the upper jaw and 4 in the lower jaw. Its placement is on 2 on each side of the canines. The structure is large, it has curved edges and has a flat surface. It is known as the chewing and the grinding teeth. The last or the fourth set of teeth is the molars. They are 12 in number, 6 in the upper jaw and 6 in the lower jaw. It is present 3 on each side of the molars. They are large, curved, having curved edges and has a flat surface. They are also known as chewing and grinding teeth. Your premolars and molars both are known as the chewing and the grinding teeth. The picture given, children, the diagram given shows you how it is being placed. Then we come to tooth decaying. You know, children, that often we eat food that causes tooth decay, like taking too much of soft drinks, too much of materials that have, or the foodstuff that has sugar in it, which causes tooth decay. Why? Because bacteria starts growing on it, producing acids, and these acids are responsible for creating cavities in our teeth, which results in tooth decay. Teeth are covered by a hard substance that is called enamel. There is a cavity inside the tooth that contains nerves and blood vessels. If teeth are not cleaned properly, then harmful bacteria starts growing, as I said you now. It breaks down the sugar present in the leftover food, sticking to the teeth, and it releases acids. These acids damage the enamel of the tooth and gradually they form a cavity. The cavity goes deeper up to the pulp. The cavity goes deeper up to the pulp cavity and it leads to severe toothache and even sometimes tooth loss. Say children, the picture given here shows you how a healthy teeth is and then how slowly cavity starts forming on it. So if you want to avoid tooth decay, you should properly go for dental floss or properly brush your teeth twice a day after taking your dinner, so that you don't have tooth decay and all, and every month you should go to a dentist for a tooth checkup. Coming to some amazing facts, children, you might be knowing the fact very well that starfish is a type of organism which pops out its stomach in order to take the food. The mode of taking food by starfish. Starfish is a sea animal which mostly feeds on snails, mussels and oysters. Starfish opens the hard shell of its prey and then pushes out its own stomach through its mouth into the prey shell. The stomach wraps around the soft animal inside the shell. Then it takes back its stomachs along with the captured food inside its body for digestion. This is all for today, children. Next class we will be dealing with the digestion in human beings. Till then, bye bye, take care, and next time when you sit for the class, children, have a notebook and a pen so that you can jot down the important points.